Assalamu alaikum. Hope you guys are well. Today we will discuss about headache in adult. Headache in child is also common. We will discuss about headache of child in next tutorial. Headache is the symptom of pain in the face, head or neck. It can occur as a migraine, tension type headache or cluster headache. Frequently, headache can affect our relationships and employment. There is also an increased risk of depression in those with severe headaches. Headache can occur as a result of many conditions. There are a number of different classification systems of headaches. Causes of headache may include dehydration, fatigue, sleep deprivation, stress, the effect of medicine, viral infection, loud noise, common cold, head injury, rapid ingestion of a very cold food, and dental issue or sinus issue. Treatment of headache depends on the underlying causes, but commonly involves pain medication. A headache is one of the most common experienced of all physical discomfort. About half of adults have a headache in a given year. Now, what are the causes of headache? There are many types of headache. Some are harmless and some are life-threatening. Headache are broadly classified into primary headache and secondary headache. Primary headache are benign, recurrent headaches not caused by underlying disease or structural problem. For example, migraine is a type of primary headache. While primary headache may cause significant daily pain and disability, they are not dangerous. Secondary headache are caused by an underlying disease like an infection, head injury, vascular disorder, brain bleed, or tumor. Secondary headaches can be dangerous. Now about primary headaches. 90% of all headaches are primary headaches. Primary headache usually first start when people are between 20 to 40 years old. The most common type of primary headaches are migraine and tension type headaches. They have different characteristics. Migraine typically present with pulsing head pain, nausea, photophobia, and phonophobia. Tension type headaches usually present with non-pulsing pain-like pressure on both sides of the head, not accompanied by other symptoms. Other very rare type of primary headache include cluster headaches, short episodes of headache about 15 to 180 minutes. Primary stabbing headache, recurrent episode of stabbing for 1 second to several minutes without autonomic symptom such as tearing, red eye, nasal congestion. This headache can be treated with indomethacin. Primary cough headache starts suddenly and fast for several minutes after coughing, sneezing or staining. Primary exertional headache, throbbing, pulsatile pain which start during or after exercising, last for 5 minutes to 24 hours. Primary sex headache, dull bilateral headache that start during sexual activity and become mass worse during orgasm. These headaches are thought to be due to lower pressure in the head during sex. Hypnic headache, moderate to severe headache that start a few hours after falling asleep and last 15 to 30 minutes. The headache may recur several times during night. Hypnic headache are usually an older woman. Now about secondary headache. Secondary headache may be caused by problems elsewhere in the head or neck. Some of these are not harmful, such as cervicogenic headache. Medication overuse headache may occur in those using excessive painkiller for headache, paradoxically causing worsening headache. More serious causes of secondary headache include meningitis, intracranial hemorrhage, subarachnoid hemorrhage, rupture aneurysm, anteriovenous malformation, intraparenchymal hemorrhage, brain tumor, temporal arthritis, acute closed angle glaucoma. Post-ictal headache, headaches that happen after a convulsion or type of seizures as part of the period after the seizure. Gastrointestinal disorder may cause headache, including Helicobacter pylori infection, celiac disease, non-celiac gluten sensitivity, irritable bowel syndrome, inflammatory disease, gastroparesis, and hepatobiliary disorder. Headache are also very common during episodes of cyclic vomiting syndrome, which in the past was called abdominal migraine. These episodes of consist non-stop and extremely violent and painful nausea and vomiting are accompanied by many symptoms shared by migraine headaches. Pathophysiology of headache. The brain itself is not sensitive to pain because it lack of pain receptors. However, several areas of head and neck do have pain receptors and can thus sense pain. These include the extracranial arteries, medial meningeal artery, large vein, venous sinus, cranial and spinal nerves, head and neck muscles. The meninges flex cerebri, part of the brainstem, eye, ear, teeth and lining of the mouth. Pial artery rather than pial veins are responsible for pain. Headache often result from traction to or latent in the meninges that blood vessels. The pain receptors may be stimulated by headache, trauma or tumor and cause headaches. Blood vessel spasm, dilated blood vessels, inflammation or infection of meninges and muscular tension can also stimulate pain receptors. When stimulated, a receptor sends a message up a length of the nerve fiber to nerve cell in the brain, signaling that a part of the body hurts. Migraine are currently thought to be caused by dysfunctions of the nerves in the brain. Previously, migraine were thought to be caused by a primary problem with the blood vessels in the brain. People who are more susceptible to experience migraine without headache are those who have a family history of migraine. Women who are experiencing hormonal changes or are taking birth control pills or prescribed hormone replacement therapy. Diagnostic approach of headache. Most headache can be diagnosed by a clinical history alone if the symptom described by the person sound dangerous. Further testing with neuroimaging and lumbar puncture may be necessary. Electroencephalography is not useful for headache diagnosis. The first step of diagnosis a headache is to determine if the headache is old or new. A new headache can be a headache that has started recently or a chronic headache that has changed character. For example, if a person has chronic weekly headache with pressure on both sides of his head and then develop a sudden severe throbbing headache on one side of his head, they have a new headache. Tension headache are thought to be caused by activation of peripheral nerves in the head and neck muscle. About old headache are usually primary headaches and are not dangerous. They are most often caused by migraines or tension headache. Migraines are often unilateral, pulsing headaches accompanied by nausea and vomiting. There may be a visual symptoms numbness, tingling 30 to 60 minutes before the headache, warning the person of a headache. However, some symptoms from both headache group by overlap. It is important to distinguish between the two because the treatment are different. Cluster headache are relatively rare and are more common in men than women. They present with sudden onset explosive pain around one eye and are accompanied by autonomic symptoms. Thrombomandibular jaw pain and cardiogenic headache are also possible diagnoses. New headaches. New headaches are more likely to be dangerous secondary headache. They can, however, simply be the first presentation of a chronic headache syndrome like migraine or tension type headache. One recommended diagnostic approach is as follows. If any of these are present, such as visual losses, new seizures, new weakness, new confusion. Further workup with imaging and possible a lumbar puncture should be done. If the headache is sudden, one set a computed tomography test to look for a brain bleed should be done. If the CT scan does not show a bleed, a lumbar puncture should be done to look for blood in the CSF. As the CT scan can be falsely negative and subarachnoid hemorrhage can be fatal. If there are signs of infection such as fever, rash or stiff neck, a lumbar puncture to look for meningitis should be considered. If there is jaw claudication and scalp tenderness, a temporal artery biopsy to look for temporal arthritis should be performed and immediate treatment should be started. Management of primary headache. Syndromes have many different possible treatment. In those with chronic headache or long-term use of opioid appear to result in greater harm than benefit. Migraine can be somewhat improved by lifestyle changes, but most people require medication to control their symptoms. Medication are either to prevent getting migraine or to reduce symptoms once a migraine starts. Preventive medication are generally recommended when people have more than 4 attacks of migraine per month. Headache lasts longer than 12 hours or the headache are very disabling. Possible therapies include beta blocker, antidepressant, anticonvulsant, and NSAIDs. The type of preventive medicine is usually chosen based on the other symptom the person has. For example, if the person also has depression, an antidepressant is good choice. Abortive therapies for migraine may be oral. If the migraine is mild to moderate or may require stronger medicine given intravenously or intramuscularly, mild to moderate headache should be treated with paracetamol or NSAIDs. If accompanied by nausea or vomiting, an antiemetic such as palonsetron can be given orally. Moderate to severe attack should be treated first with a oral triptan. If accompanied by nausea and vomiting, triptan and antiemetic can be given. Several complementary and alternative strategies can help with migraine. Relaxation training and cognitive behavioral therapy may be considered for migraine treatment. Along with medication, tension type headache. Tension type headache can usually be managed with NSAIDs or acetaminophen. Triptans are not helpful in tension type headache unless the person also has migraines. For chronic tension type headache, amitriptyline is the only medication proven to help. Amitriptyline is a medication which treats triptation and also independently treats pain. It works by blocking the reuptake and serotonin and also reduce muscle tenderness by a separate mechanism. Studies elevating acupuncture for tension type headaches have been mixed. Overall, they show that acupuncture is probably not helpful for tension type headache. Cluster headaches. Abortive therapy for cluster headache including subcutaneous sumatriptan and triptan nasal spray. High flow oxygen therapy also helpful with relief. For people with extended period of cluster headache, preventive therapy can be necessary. Verapamil is recommended as first-line treatment. Lithium can also be useful for people with shorter bout. A short course of prednisone can be helpful. Arbutamine is useful if given 1 to 2 hours before attack. Management of secondary headache. Treatment of secondary headache involves treating the underlying causes. For example, a person with meningitis will require antibiotic. A person with brain tumor may require surgery, chemotherapy or brain radiation. Thank you very much. Please subscribe and bell the notification button for more videos.